Forza Horizon 4 comes out on Steam on March 9th, and this will be the first time many people play a Forza Horizon game. So with this video, I'm gonna give first timers 10 essential tips to get the most out of the game. A lot of these tips are gonna be focused on the most optimal ways to make money, but there are a few tips that cover other aspects of the game. If you can, turn off the assists I'm showing in the video. Not only will they make you a lot faster in the game, but they also give you a nice bump in extra credits. If you want to go for 100% extra credits like I have here, you also need to turn up the difficulty to the hardest one. I know this is gonna put off some people, but it's not as bad as it seems. Forza Horizon 4 is by far the easiest game in the series, and as you get track and car knowledge, you'll be able to breeze through all of the races no problem. After you progress a bit through the story, you'll start to unlock player houses. The first one is free, and if you have the VIP pass, you get a second one on the house. Owning houses in this game is kind of important because most of them grant you permanent access to certain perks, and the sooner you get them, the faster you'll be able to make money. Focus on getting the one that allows you to fast travel anywhere on the map, and the ones that get you money and double Forzathon points first. Forza Horizon 4 is very generous when it comes to making money. There are glitches out there, but I reached the cap just by playing the game naturally, so you don't need them. There's no need to buy cars when you're starting the game, so just focus on doing everything the game asks from you, and in no time you should have a couple million credits in the bank. The tip here is to not sell the cars you earn through progression unless you got duplicates. Forza Horizon 4 is a game that can be very particular when it comes to car requirements for certain events, so selling cars you think you don't need now not only is going to slow your progress down, but it's gonna cost you a lot of money down the line. After making enough headway through the story, you unlock the online features, one of which is the auction house. And as the name suggests, it's a place where people can bid or buy out the cars you put up for sale. The most optimal way to make money in the auction house is to focus on selling rare cars. These go anywhere from 3 all the way up to 20 million each. If it goes for lower than half a million credits, I wouldn't bother putting up for auction because of how cumbersome it can become to claim unsold cars back to your garage, so keep that in mind. There's an automatic dynamic pricing system that's constantly changing how much you're able to set the pricing for your car based on how much demand there is for it. And for that reason, there's a constant rotation of high demand cars that you're able to sell for a lot more. If you got a car that goes for 300,000 credits, in a week or two, it may be worth 3 million. That's where not selling your car comes in. As you naturally progress through the story and do everything available in the game, you will eventually end up with a lot of duplicates, including rare cars. Put these duplicates up for auction and keep the other one in your garage. If it's a rare car and it goes for less than 1 million, hold off on selling it and keep checking to see if the price goes up. It takes a bit of patience, but you make a ton of money very easily that way. As a matter of fact, that's how I made most of my money in this game. Festival Playlist is a set of events that refreshes every week, and it's here that you unlock the new cars that are introduced through the updates. Even if you're just starting the game because it came out on Steam and you missed out on a lot of the cars, don't worry. They're always cycling back some of the previous reward cards, so you'll eventually get a second or third chance to unlock them. These cars go for a lot in the auction house, so when the cars you already own make it back, do the events to get duplicates that you can sell for a huge markup in the auction house. You don't need to do everything the Festival Playlist if you don't want though. I usually skip the Playground Games events, and that's still enough to put me above the required 80% completion. A lot of the exclusive cars are locked behind progression on Horizon stories. The easiest way to see what and when you'll be unlocking rewards for everything available in the game is to check the Horizon Life section in the menu. Once you get a hold of the cars, don't sell them. If you're religiously doing the festival playlists week after week, you'll end up with a few duplicates which you can sell for a ridiculously high price in the auction house. The Horizon Backstage Pass is a fairly new feature in Forza Horizon 4 that allows you to get exclusive or rare cars using tickets you earn by playing the festival playlist events. I know I'm repeating myself, but don't sell the cars you get with your backstage passes for one reason. All of the cars you can claim with the pass are unlockable some other way, either through natural progression or the festival playlist, which means you can use those passes to claim duplicates to sell in the auction house for an easy couple millions. Every hour on the hour, an announcer comes up to let you know a Horizon Live event is about to take place somewhere in the world map. If you manage to successfully complete a series of challenges, you'll be awarded a bunch of Forza-thon points. And that's where one of the player houses comes in. One of them has a perk that doubles the amount of Forza-thon points you get per challenge and event, so make sure you buy it as soon as possible. Another way to get Forza-thon points, and this one is a lot more effective than the live events around the map, is to simply do the weekly Forza-thon challenges. Complete the 4 steps every week and you have a nice amount of Forza-thon points. The reason why Forza-thon points are important in this game is that every week they cycle in 2 new cars that are either very rare or were part of one of the past festival playlists, giving you a second chance to get some of the cars you might have missed out on. And if you happen to have unlocked those cars through the festival playlist, then you have an easy duplicate to buy and flip in the auction house for a couple millions. Skill and the right tune setup are the combination that'll put you a cut above the rest in this game, and thankfully Forza Horizon 4 keeps the tradition of the series to offer community shared tune setups. Need an A-class tune tailored specifically for rain, or maybe something in S1 class that's built for snow? The community got you covered. Just bring up the search menu, choose your class, type rain, snow or something else in the description, and you'll find plenty of tune setups ready for download. If you're looking for something built towards being competitive online, the suggested tune setups are the ideal starting point because it often surfaces some of the most popular tune setups for your current car. This is also great because it gives you an idea of what's the best class for your car based on how many tunes there are for a certain class. And if you happen to come across a tuner you enjoy, follow them so that their tune setups are always shown first. And speaking of classes, if you're going to focus on playing online adventure, which is the main lobby in the game, be aware that it only runs 3 classes: A class, S1 class, and S2 class. Don't waste your time downloading tune setups for anything below A class or X class, as you're not gonna be able to use it. And I feel I should let you know that there's a cap to how many tune setups you're able to store at one time, and it's a pain to manage it. So a good rule of thumb is to actively delete any tune setups you downloaded and didn't like, or simply don't use all the time. If you want to earn even more money and tons of extra wheel spins, then go ranked. The higher you level up, the better the rewards you get, and since all the rewards below your current level are stackable, that means the higher your rank, the more rewards you get by the end of each monthly season. Also keep an eye out on wheel spins because there are some cars that you can only get through them. Before I wrap up the video, I just want to throw a couple of extra tips for more advanced players. If you drive manual with clutch, Forza Horizon 4 offers a real-time telemetry you can bring up at any time, even during races, by pressing down on the D-pad. It allows you to see power, torque, and RPM in real time to help you figure out the optimal shifting ranges. Once you unlock the ability to photograph cars for money, press up on the D-pad at the start of every race you do and photograph the entire starting grid. This is the easiest and fastest way to progress to the photography levels while also making some extra cash with minimal effort. I realized I forgot 2 tips I meant to include while I was editing the video. The first one is to add your tuned cars to your favorites. This will make it easier and much faster to find the cars you're looking for in the car selection screen before an online race starts. Just press A on the car you want, choose Add to Favorites, and you're set. When it's time to choose from your favorites, press Y and select Favorites to filter your garage so that only your favorites show up. And the other one I forgot about is not as profitable as it used to be, but it can become profitable once again with the influx of new players. The car from Final Fantasy XV is in this game. If you manage to get your hands on a Quartz Regalia, go into the car mastery and follow the optimal path I show in the video to buy the last perk. That perk gives you one of the rarest cars in the game. Once you get a duplicate of that one, sell both the other one and the Quartz Regalia you claimed the car from. I made over 100 million credits selling multiple duplicates of that car alone. It's risky, but you can buy multiple Quartz Regalia from the auction house, and if the person who sold you didn't claim that perk, you can claim it yourself so that you have 2 expensive cars to flip. There are a lot of cars in this game that give you bonus money in the car mastery section, so keep an eye out so you don't miss out on easy money. Lastly, if you'd like to learn how to be fast in this game, I have a video where I go through the do's and don'ts. I also have a video where I show the best controller settings and another one showing how I map my buttons on the Elite controller. Go check them out, links for all of these are in the description down below. And that's it. Forza Horizon 4 is a very fun game and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Hope the video was helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.